Hey, I've got the incredible Jacob in the kitchen with me today. Always great to have you here in my market kitchen.
Great to be back. Today, what I'm doing is an Eton mess, okay?
Ooh, nice.
Now, I don't even know where this is from. It's because it's just one of those desserts that you just throw together, and there's so many different versions that you can do.
I'm going to claim Eton Mess. I think Eton Mess is British.
It's British, okay.
Surely with the name, surely it's Eton. Like, you know, yeah, you guys can have the pavlova. I think New Zealand, actually, rather than Australia, has the pavlova. But surely Eton Mess is England. No? No? Anyone disagree? Don't contact me directly, contact the show just in case.
Either way, we're gonna still make this amazing dessert, okay? And so what we're doing is we're gonna make this a bit tropical, and we're gonna be using passion fruit and pineapple.
Love.
So what we're gonna do is we're kind of gonna make like a fruit chutney in a way. And so what I'm going to do first is I'm gonna get my heat on, and I'm gonna put this on like a high heat, essentially. Now, we've got some delicious pineapple here that we've just got from John at the market, and this is just so sweet. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna add it to the pan. This is a little bit unique because I'm using pink peppercorns for this, okay?
Nice.
Have you ever had pink peppercorns before?
I have. I love pink peppercorns. They're not common though. They're not easy to find.
They're not common, okay? So if you can't get pink peppercorns, it's okay, don't stress. Cracked black pepper will work just as well. It's actually
smaller amount of cracked black pepper?
Yes, not the same amount.
Yeah.
So even just have one, there's like, it's got like a little bit of pepperiness to it, but it's actually really quite sweet.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna add the brown sugar.
Brown sugar, baby. I can't, every time.
Is that an old person song? I don't know what the song is.
Did he just call me old?
I did.
Seriously?
You should try it for like
No.
Australia's Got Talent or something. Let me know how that goes.
I'm a jazz man. I play the saxophone. I don't sing.
Do you?
Yeah.
What type of saxophone?
Alto. Yeah.
I can play alto saxophone.
Really?
There you go.
We should jam, man.
We should jam.
We should jam.
Yeah. So what's happening here, you can see that the brown sugar is dissolving. Now, I will be adding some rum, okay?
You're taking me to the Caribbean with this dish, eh?
Okay, so just going to add about a shot. Now, while that's happening, I'm going to get you whisking, because each time I come here, I don't like doing the hard work. That's your job.
Every time he gives me the good job, guys.
The good job. So I'm going to get you to start hand whisking some thickened cream. That's 300 mils there. So we're just going to make it till soft peaks form. That's all we need.
Anything through it yet, or just the cream?
Actually, that's a good point. I'm going to add a little bit of icing sugar just to bring a little bit of sweetness to it. Okay. Because there's other sweet elements to this dish, you do not need much of it, okay? So I'm just going to add just a little bit in. And the reason why I'm using this icing sugar is just because it will just dissolve, you know? We're not feeding it, we're not going...
You won't feel it on your palate.
You won't feel it. So that's why we're not using pasta sugar, we're using the really fine icing sugar. Here you can just start to see it's going caramelly. Look at all the bubbles. You can keep this cooking for a long time. Yeah. But I'm gonna let this kind of simmer for about 40 minutes or so until it's nice and chutney and soft. So don't be afraid to squash down the pineapple, get the juice out. Now I'm just gonna add just a little bit of lime juice here as well.
Nice, bit of acidity.
Bit of acidity, cut through all that sweetness, okay? And now all I'm gonna do is just keeping an eye on it. Yeah. And once it's starting to break down those fibers in the pineapple, it means that we're kind of good to go.
I love the look of it already.
Yeah.
That glossy, shiny,
really
sticky.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Now I've split the bean right down the center, and what you'll see is this beautiful, and you can smell it as soon as you split it. Then I'm gonna use the back of my knife, and starting from the top, just scrape it right down the center, like so. And look, you get all this beautiful vanilla bean coming out, and they're just tiny, tiny little specks.
So once you've got all of that beautiful beans out of your pod, guys, keep the pods. You can do loads of things with them. You can put them in your milks to infuse and add flavor. You can add them to syrups, to jams. You can dehydrate them in your oven at a low temperature until they go dry and crispy, and then blitz it up into a powder and add it to your sugar. And then you've got vanilla sugar.
So good.
They're so versatile.
And speaking of, because we're doing this, I'm doing this a bit off script, I'm actually just gonna add this to this, okay? Just because there's so much more flavor in there, because there's thousands of seeds in a pod and you're not gonna get every single one out. So I'm just gonna put that in there just to infuse it as well. How are you going there, Chef?
getting there.
Are you getting there?
Getting there, a little bit. I'm on the left hand now, thank you. Arm day at the gym today.
Arm day. You don't even need to go to the gym today. Brilliant. Brilliant. So we've got the really nice soft peaks now, and you can just tell when you can lift it up and there's just a little bit of like, yeah, just a little soft peak. Yeah.
Almost.
So close. Okay, now what we've got here, we've got some mascarpone, and I'm gonna add this as well, just as another, what's that?
Do I need to whisk it again?
No. Like, what have I done wrong? What are you doing? So I'm gonna add this as well, and this is just going to be like folded in.
Beautiful, chef.
So that will be nice and easy, nice and, here, I'll give you one of these. Don't want you to hurt yourself. And because it's so nice and thick already, I'm just gonna add that in.
This is gonna be really decadent now.
It's very decadent.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna fold that in. Now, the purpose of a fold is so you just don't take out all the air, all of Mike's hard work. So you're just folding in to make sure that the cream is still light and fluffy, because we really want that texture. Easy, okay? And then you kind of got this marbling effect as well,
Yeah.
so it's really nice. So that's now done, okay? What I'm gonna do is, now that the pineapple's getting there, I'm gonna add the pink peppercorns. I'm using 2 teaspoons, but I'm gonna save some for garnish as well.
I think I say this every time you're on the show, Jacob. Your food is always colourful.
It's gotta be
Like,
bright.
It's always bright and vibrant. It matches your personality, you know. It's such you always, so colourful, so vibrant.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I love bright food because we eat with our eyes.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
why we eat with our eyes first and then we taste. Great. Now, if this starts to get a little bit too sticky, you can add a little bit more water, and then that will start just to liquid happening again, knock it back a bit, continue cooking it down. Brilliant. So I'm going to let that go for another, 5-10 minutes, and then we'll be ready to serve. And now, if you can get your hands on a full pineapple, I always like just to grab one of, excuse me for leaning over, Chef.
That's okay.
Just grabbing, 1 or 2 of the garnishes. It's quite prickly, this one, okay?
Did you pick my leaf?
No, I didn't actually. Okay, and look, there you have it. I cannot wait to show you mine. First mine, okay? This is something that a 3-year-old could make at home.
He said an Eton mess, so I made a mess.
You definitely made a mess.
Look at that. That's just a little bit of tax.
So there you go. I don't know if you can see this. I think you need to look at the comparison here. Let us know which one you would rather. But there you go. Here's my... Yours is definitely bigger. There you go. So this is my peppered pineapple Eton mess. As you can see, it's really simple, very Caribbean, tropical.
Absolutely. And
delicious.
fun. Fun to make.
And fun.
We're gonna get stuck in. Let's do it.
Enjoy.
Cheers.